In this lecture, we are going to cover the minimization process for a DFA and why we need to minimize our DFA. No doubt, for every statement or for an expression, regular expression, NFAs are easier to construct. But for implementation point of view, we need to convert the given NFA to the corresponding DFAs only, because only DFAs are going to be implemented using the programming language. Secondly, for any expression, we can also have multiple DFAs possible, but we need to implement only the minimized DFA, because for any DFA option we can have many states, but the minimized DFA will be having the optimized and easy solution. So we have to go for the minimized DFA only. So this is the process to convert any given DFA to the corresponding minimized DFA so that it can be easily implementable. Why we need to minimize a DFA? As this is the process of reducing the number of states from a given DFA, thus the resulting DFA will be without redundant state after minimizing the DFA. If we are constructing a DFA with more number of states, then surely we are having some of the states as unreachable state or some of the state as redundant states. Okay, so redundant state means they are doing the same purpose, more than one state are doing the same purpose, or they are having the same transitions. We can also merge such type of redundant states into a single state. So we have to minimize the DFA by finding out the unreachable states and the redundant or similar states. Next, the minimal DFA also reduces the cost for any task implementation. Okay. So now the steps to minimize a DFA. There are many procedures to minimize a DFA, like hit and trial method and other methods also. So we are going with the partition or grouping method. Okay, this is the name for the same method, partition or grouping method. And in exam there must be a question for minimization of DFA using partition or grouping method only. So don't go for other hit and trial like method from any of the local book. So you have to follow this partition or grouping method only for the minimization procedure. So in this method, the first step is to remove all the unreachable state from the initial state. Okay, and for removing these unreachable state, you can go with the transition table as well as you can work with the transition diagram. Okay, and unreachable states are those states those states which are having no incoming from any other states, means there is no path from the initial state to those or unreachable states, and we cannot be at those states after receiving any of the input symbols. Okay, so we can all if those states are not going to be in the path for any input symbols, we can always remove such states. So these states are known as unreachable states, and we always need to remove such type of states. Next, step 2 is split the remaining states. After removing unreachable state, the remaining states are splitted into the two groups. Okay, that is final states group and non-final states group. Okay, we are in this process we are going from up to down, means we will start working with two groups only. One group is of non final state and one group belongs to the final states. So we need to further find out the similar states in the final group as well as in the non-final states group, and then if we found some non-distinguishable states in any of the group, these non-distinguishable states are the similar states. Okay, so if we found any of the non-distinguishable or similar states, we kept on merging all those similar states and make a single group of such states. Okay, so we need to repeat the step number 3 until we encounter the new partitions. Okay, so let's start with the procedure of minimizing a given DFA. So this is the first example DFA, and we need to minimize this DFA. We will be following these steps. Firstly, we have to remove the unreachable states. So let's look for the unreachable states in this NFA, in this DFA, and DFAs are also NFA, so we can call them NFAs as well. So don't get confused between the NFAs and DFA. DFAs are subset of NFAs. So starting with the initial state, if we look carefully, we are having no path for the state Q2, means we cannot reach to the state Q2 for any of the input symbols received. So we can always remove this state, because this state is unreachable state, because we cannot reach to this state. We cannot ever reach to this state from Q0 for any input symbols. Okay. Next, Q4 is the only state that is having incoming from the Q2 state, and as Q2 was declared as an unreachable state, so after Q2 we can also declare that Q4 is also unreachable state, because it's having incoming from the Q2 only, and Q2 is the unreachable state. So we can always remove these two states from the DFA. So the resulting table will be, or the resulting transition table will be this. In this we can neglect these two states Q2 and Q4, and the remaining states are Q0, Q1, Q3 and Q5. In this table, final states are marked with an asterisk symbol or star. Q3 is the final state, and also the Q5 is the final state. So starting with the minimization process, we need to look at the DFA's table, and we can work easily with the DFA's transition table during the minimization process. Now following the second step, we need to divide the remaining states to two groups, final states group and non-final state group. Here F means final state group and NF means non-final states group. So here is the first partition. Partition 1 is having these Q0 and Q1 belongs to the non-final states group, and Q3 and Q5 are belonging to the final states group. Now we have to repeat step 3 until we are having a new partition. This is partition 1, and we have to find out next group of states as partition 2. Next we have to find out partition 3, and so on until we find last two partitions as the same partition. Okay, we need to repeat the process until we are having last two partition as same partitions of group. So next we have to follow with the step 3 for finding out the non-distinguishable or the similar states among these partitions. Okay, so starting with the process, let me write the partition 2 here. For the state, now we have to construct partition 2. While working with partition 2, every time we need to check for the grouping in partition 1. Okay, if we are constructing or working with partition 3, we need to check for grouping in partition 2, and this process is repeated until the complete DFA is minimized. Okay, so starting with the partition 2, with first partition of non-final group, write the first state as it is in the set. So we are hoping that Q0 is the first identified state of the first group. Next we have to check whether the next states, means whether Q1 can reside with Q0 in the same group or not. So we have to check the similarity among these two states in a group. So Q0 and Q1 can reside in same group or not. For this to find out, we need to check partition we need to check the transitions for each input symbol from these two states. From Q0 and Q1 we need to check partition for the transition for the input symbol 0 and also for the input symbol 1. And if we have the transitions from these two states for all the input symbol to the belongs to the same group, then we can keep these two states in same group. Otherwise Q0 and Q1 will be the part of different groups. Okay, so starting with the process, from Q0 we are having transition to Q1, and checking for Q1 we are having transition to Q0. So the resulting two states Q0 and Q1 for input symbol 0 belongs to the same group here in partition 1. So whenever we are working with partition 2, we have to check the grouping in partition 1, and for each input symbol the resulting states, here we are having Q0 and Q1, the resulting states should belong to the same group in the previous partition. So here Q0 and Q1 are the resulting state, and both of these states belong to the same group in partition 1 for input symbol 0. Okay, now let's check for the, so these two states Q0 and Q1 are pointing to the same group for the input symbol 0. Now let's check for the input symbol 1 whether they belong to same group or not, the resulting states. So from Q0 for input symbol 1 we are moving to the state Q3, and from Q1 we are moving to the state Q1. So as the resulting state is 1 from both the state for input symbol 1, so if the state is only 1, that must be belonging to the one group only. Means one state cannot be part of the two groups here in the partition, in any of the partition. Means one state as Q3 is a part of final state group, it cannot be part of any other group. Means one state will occur only one time in any of the partition. So here in partition P1 we are having Q3, and Q3 is a single, Q3 belongs to this group only. Q3 is not part of more than one group. So for the condition is also fulfilled for input symbol 1, as from Q0 and Q1 for input symbol 1 we are moving to the same state Q3. So here the same, we found the same group from input symbol 0, and also we found the same group for input symbol 1. So yes, Q0 and Q1 can reside in the same group, as they both the states are having transition to the same group. Means for input symbol 0 we are moving to the same group in partition 1, and for input symbol 1 we are moving to the same state. So we can keep these two states in a single group for the next partition, that is partition P2. Okay, now let's check for the final state group. Repeating the process, just write the first state as it is. Now check the compatibility of the other states with the first states. So here we have only one state, that is Q5. Now we have to check whether Q5 can be the part of the same group or not. So checking for the compatibility of Q5 with the Q3 state. We have to check the compatibility or similarity for Q5 and Q3. So checking for the transition for each and every input symbol. From Q3 we are moving to state Q5 for input symbol 0, and from Q5 we are moving to the same state Q5. So here the resulting state is Q5 in both cases. So it is, the condition is satisfied for the input symbol 0, as Q3 and Q5 both are moving to the same state for input symbol 0. Now let's check the similarity for the input symbol 1, whether they belong to the same group, resulting state belong to the same group or not in previous partition 1. So from Q3 for input symbol 1 we are moving to Q5, and from Q5 also we are moving to the state Q5. So the condition is also fulfilled for the input symbol 1, as we are moving to the same state Q5, or the Q5 belong to the one group only. Here also Q5 belong to one group only, that is group of final states. So yes, we can keep Q5 along with the Q3 in the same group. Okay, so this is the resulting partition P2. We can write it as like this, and next we have to repeat this process until we found the last two partition as the same partition. Okay, so check, you can again you can find the partition 3 by repeating the same process, and you will be getting the same partition as a partition 3. So partition 3 will be the same partition, or we can also declare here that partition 1 and 2 are similar. So we can declare that the final grouping will comprises of two groups only. First is the first group comprises of Q0 Q1, and the second group comprises of Q3 and Q5. Okay, so the resulting minimized DFA will be of two states only. Here each set is representing one group. So as we have two sets, the final minimized DFA will be having two states only. So this is the last example. Now let's construct the transition table for the same. So now the process is very easy. Just we need to follow the process carefully during the creating the partitions. So now this was the DFA's table. Now we have to construct the minimized DFA transition table, and for that two states identified as, first state is Q0 Q1 and the second state is Q3 Q5. Here the initial state of previous DFA will become the initial state here also. So any set that has Q0 as one of the element will be the initial state, and any set of the minimized DFA that is having the final states of the DFA as one of the element will be the final state. So here we have Q3 and Q5 are part of this set. So this set will be the final state for the minimized DFA, and as Q0 is a part of this set or this state, so this state will be the initial state for the minimized DFA. So starting with construction process, as this process is very easy to construct, don't go into the so much detail. Like Q0 and Q1 are not independent states, Q3 and Q5 are not the independent states now. So while constructing the transition table, we just need to check for the transition for each input symbol, and if it goes to Q0 or Q1, then we have to write the complete set Q0 Q1. And if any transition in this table, if any transition goes to the Q3, then we need to write the complete state Q3 Q5. For each transition to Q1 or Q0, we need to write Q0 and Q1 as one state. Okay, so this is the very simple process that can be used to construct the transition table. So starting with the first table Q0 and Q1, now we have to find out the transition for first state for the input symbol 0 here. So we have to find out the resulting state for the input symbol 0 and input symbol 1. So check the transition table here. From Q0 we are having transition to Q1. So we need not to check any other further details, as the transition is for this state to Q1. So we can simply write here the complete set, the resulting set, as Q0 Q1. For the next input symbol 1, we are having transition to state Q3. Then in minimized we will be having transition to Q3 and Q5, as Q3 is not a option for the minimized DFA. So Q3 is no more any independent state. Now we have Q3 and Q5. So we are writing here. So our transition for both the input symbol is complete and the state Q0 Q1 is complete. Now checking for the transition of next state, that is our final state Q3 Q5, starting with the initial input symbol 0. You can go for any of the state. Suppose we have to find out the transition for Q3 Q5, so you can check for transition in previous table for Q3 or for Q5. So now let's go for Q5. As from Q5 we are moving to state Q5 for the input symbol 0. So here is the resulting state in the minimized DFA, and for input symbol 1 we are also moving to the state Q5. So here we are having the same state, or we can say that from this final state we are having self loop for both the input symbol 0 and 1. So now Q3 Q5 is also the complete state, as we have defined all the transitions. Now the resulting transition diagram will be like this. We'll be having two states. One is initial state and another is the final state, marked with the double circle. And from initial state we are having a self loop of 0, as we can check here, and for input symbol 1 we are moving to the state Q3 Q5, and from Q3 Q5 we are moving to the state or we are having a self loop to the same state for all the input symbols 0s and 1. So this is the resultant transition diagram, or we can say that this is the minimized DFA for all the strings that must have a single 1 for acceptance. Means if we see carefully, this is the transition diagram for DFAs with all the strings having a minimum 1 occurrence of input symbol 1 and the string is accepted, and all other symbols goes as self loop. Means the minimum condition is fulfilled if we received a single 1 and we are at final state, and once we are at final state all other symbols are acceptable. So we are having self loop of all the input symbol at the final state only. Okay. So starting with the next example, to minimize the DFA, this is the DFA we need to minimize, and this is the transition table. As we can check carefully, here we are having no state as unreachable state, so we cannot remove any of the state as our first step was. So all the states will be considered for the minimization process, and we need to group the states into two groups, final and non-final state. Here we can check that Q0, Q3 and Q5 are the non-final state, and these states marked with blue color and double circle are the final states. So starting with the minimization process, as the first partition is this, Q0, Q3, Q5 are the non-final state, Q1, Q2 and Q4 are the final state. So we have partitioned the groups into two groups, final and non-final groups. So next we have to check for find out the next partition. We are repeating the same process that we have done for the last example. In this question, from partition 1 working on partition 2, here for partition 2, repeating the same process as the last question, just write the first state as it is. Now we have to check the compatibility of other states, means whether Q3 and Q5 can reside in the same group or not. Now we have to check whether Q3 and Q5 can reside in the same group or not. So checking the transition table as we have done in the last process, from Q0 we are moving to the state Q3, and another is Q3. From Q3 we are moving to the state Q0 for input symbol 0. Okay, so we have to check the possibility of transitions one by one. So here firstly we are checking for Q3. Next we have to check whether Q5 can be part of the same group or not. So firstly we are working with Q3 here, whether Q3 can reside with Q0 or not. Next we have to check for the Q5, whether Q5 can reside with Q0 or not. Okay, so we have to repeat the same process one by one. Now we are checking for the Q0 and Q3. So from Q0 for input symbol 0 we are moving to the state Q3, and from Q3 for input symbol 0 we are moving to the state Q0. So let's write the groups. Q0 is moving to the state Q3, and from Q3 we are moving to the state Q0 for input symbol 0, and we can easily check that group of Q3 and Q0 is 1, means Q3 and Q0 are part of the same group in partition 1. In partition 1 they belong to the same group as here. So we can say that Q0 and Q3 are the part of same group here. So Q3 is compatible with Q0 for the input symbol 0. Now let's check the transition for input symbol 1. So from Q3 we are moving to the state Q1 for input symbol 1, and from Q3 we are moving to state Q4 for input symbol 1. So here the resulting states are Q1 and Q4. Let's check the group of Q1 and Q4 in the partition 1. As we can easily check that Q1 and Q4 are the part of same group in the previous partition 1. So Q0 and Q3 are compatible for both the input symbols, both 0 and 1. So we can write Q3 with the same group in Q0. Okay, now let's check whether Q5 can be the part of same group or not. Means now we have to check the compatibility of Q5 with Q0. Okay, here we are checking the compatibility of Q5 with Q0, whether they can be part of same group or not. But as we have already checked that Q0 and Q3 are similar state, so we can also do the process with Q3 and Q5. So it's up to you. We are as we are starting with Q0 and we are checking the compatibility of all other state with Q0 only, but we are following this process just to avoid the confusion. You can also check the compatibility of any of the member here. Means you can also check the compatibility of Q5 with Q3. This is an optional step. Means if Q0 and Q3 are similar, you can check the compatibility of next state with any of these states. Okay, so I am taking Q0. You can also take Q3 for the compatibility check. So I am checking the compatibility of Q5 with the Q0. As from Q0 for input symbol 0 we are moving to the state Q3, and from Q5 we are moving to the state Q5. Okay, so from Q0 for input symbol 0 we are moving to state Q3, and from Q5 we are moving to the state Q5. Okay, and we can check that Q3 and Q5 are the part of same group in partition 1. So they are belonging to the same group in partition 1. So yes, Q3 and Q5 are compatible for input symbol 0. Okay, now let's check the compatibility for input symbol 1. From Q0 for input symbol 1 we are moving to the state Q1, and from Q5 for input symbol from Q5 for input symbol 1 we are also moving to the state Q5. Okay, so resulting state is Q1 and another state is Q5, and as we can check, the Q1 is belonging to the group of final state in partition 1 and Q5 is belonging to the group of non-final state in partition 1. So as Q1 is part of a different group and Q5 is part of a different group, So Q3 and Q0 and Q5 are not compatible for the input symbol 1. Okay, but they were compatible for input symbol 0, but they are not compatible. As they are not compatible for input symbol 1, the condition must be satisfied for all the input symbols, and here the condition is failed for the input symbol 1. So we cannot keep Q5 with Q0 and Q3, means Q5 cannot be part of this group, as if Q5 is not compatible with Q0, it will not be compatible with Q3. You can check for the same, but it will be the same result because Q3 and Q0 are the similar states. So here the set is closed because Q5 cannot be part of this set. Q5 is not compatible for input symbol 1. So here Q5 will be forming a separate group. Okay, now we have to repeat the same process for the another group, as we are left with no other state in the non-final group state. So starting with the next group of final state, we have to repeat the same process. We are writing Q1. Now let's check the compatibility of Q2, means whether Q2 can be part of this group or not, means whether we can write Q2 here or not. Let's check the compatibility or similarity of Q2 and Q1. So repeating the same process from Q1 we are moving to the state Q2 for input symbol 0, and from Q2 we are also moving to the input state, resulting state is Q2. So as we are getting the same state Q2 at both for input symbol 0, so yes, these two states are compatible for the input symbol 0. Now let's check the compatibility for input symbol 1. For input symbol 1 also we are having the resulting state as Q5 at both the location. So we can say that they both Q1 and Q2 are having transition for all input symbol to the same group, means for 0 both the states are having transition to the same group, that has Q2, and for input symbol 1 both are having transition to the same set Q5. Okay, so yes, we can say that Q1 is compatible with Q2. Now let's check the compatibility of Q4, whether Q4 can be part of this group or not. So checking for the compatibility, Q4 is with Q1. You can check for any state, whether you can check Q4 with Q1 or you can check Q4 with Q2. The result will be same. So checking for the Q4, from Q4 we are having transition for input symbol 0 to state Q2, and also we are having transition to the same state Q2 from the Q1. So from Q1 for input symbol 0 we are moving to the state Q2, and also from Q4 input symbol 0 we are moving to the same state Q2. So as the resulting state is part of one group in partition 1, so we can say that Q4 is compatible with Q1 for input symbol 0. Now let's check the transition for input symbol 1. From Q1 for input symbol 1 we are moving to the state Q5, and from Q4 for input symbol 1 we are again moving to the state Q5. So as Q5 is the part of same group in partition 1, so we can say that Q5 can reside with Q1 and also with Q2. These three are the similar states. So the resulting partition P2 is this, if we write it clearly. So here we can say that the resulting partition is this, and the grouping is Q0, Q3, and the next group is Q5, and the next group is Q1, Q2 and Q4. Sorry, here I needed to write Q4. So this is the Q4, not Q5. Please correct it. So this is Q4, not Q5. So this is the final partition P2. Now let's check whether we can further divide this grouping or not, whether we can further split these partition into more groups or not as partition 3. Now let's find out the partition 3. So for partition 2 we are taking partition 2 as the input for partition 3. So for partition 3, starting with the same process that we repeated for the partition 2, for partition 3 here we are having for partition 3 we have to repeat the same process, and starting with the first group, here we just write the first state Q0. Now check the compatibility of Q0 with Q3. Now I am not writing the state separately, we can just check in the transition table. So from Q0 we are moving to the state Q3, and from Q3 we are moving to the state Q0. So we are having transition to each other, like from Q0 to Q3 and from Q3 to Q0. So Q3 and Q0 are the part of the same group in the partition 2. Now we have to look into the partition 2 for partition 3. So as both the states are part of the same group for input symbol 0. So condition is fulfilled for the input symbol 0. Now let's check for the input symbol 1. From Q0 we are moving to the state Q1, and from Q3 we are moving to the state Q4, and we can check in partition 1 Q1 and Q4 are the part of same group in the previous partition P2. So yes, Q0 and Q3 are compatible for partition 3 as well. So we can write them in the same set. Now as Q5 is the only state, we need not to check its compatibility with any other state. Okay, now let's check the compatibility of the other group, that is final states group Q1. So checking for the Q1, we are moving to state Q2, and from Q2 also we are moving to the state Q2. Okay, so here from Q1 and Q2 we are getting the same state for input symbol 0. So these two states Q1 and Q2 are compatible for input symbol 0, and also they are compatible for input symbol 1 as we are having Q5 from both the state for transition of input symbol 1. So yes, Q1 is compatible with Q2. Next let's check the compatibility of the remaining state Q4 with other two elements, means we can check for the compatibility of Q4 with Q2 or Q1. So we are checking with Q1. So checking with Q1, from Q4 we are moving to the state Q2, and also from Q1 we are moving to the same state Q2. So Q4 and Q1 are compatible for input symbol 0. Next from Q4 we are moving to state Q5 for input symbol 1, and from Q1 also we are moving to the same state. So as we are getting the same state for input symbol 1, so we can say that Q4 is also compatible with the other states of the same group. So the third partition is same as the partition 2. So here we can stop the process as last two partition are the same partitions. So the resulting or minimized DFA will be having 3 sets, means the resulting DFA will be having 3 states, as Q0 and Q3 are representing a single set here, but in minimized DFA they are acting as one state. Q5 is the single state, Q1, Q2 and Q4 are the single state. So minimized DFA is having only 3 states instead of these 6 states. Okay, so here the cost is reduced and the complexity is reduced, because we have to write the program for 3 states only. If conditions, means in program we are writing if condition, if on this state we are getting a 0, move to this state, like this. So checking for the transition table for the minimized DFA. So transition table is this. I hope you can easily construct this transition table easily from the given transition table with the same process that we have done for the last example. and from this you can easily construct the minimized DFA's transition table like this. Here the final state is this, because it is having all the states or any states of the final state of the given DFA. So any set here comprises of the final state elements will be declared as a final state for the minimized DFA, and any set having Q naught as one of the element will be the initial state of the minimized DFA. So this is the transition table for the minimized DFA. I hope you are practicing along with me for all the questions. Okay, so minimization question is very easy to attempt. You just need to do the partition step carefully, otherwise you can easily construct the transition table and easily draw the transition diagram. So just need to be careful about these partition steps. Okay, so generally student make the mistakes in these partition steps. In further lectures we will be covering some more examples of minimization problems, and in the next lecture we are going to cover an important topic of regular expression. Okay, and from this lecture onward, means from the next lecture onward, we are going to express every DFA question in the form of regular expression only. Okay, so this is very important for you to attend this lecture, because all further lectures will be having the statements or the DFA construction problem in the terms of regular expressions only.